Welcome. Understanding the deeply satanic social engineering mechanism of government and media-generated fear is the key to liberation from this all-encompassing tyranny. It's this relentlessly promulgated fear that allows mass-murdering socio-psychopathic criminals to inflict unrestrained despotism upon entire populations, as with this hoaxed pandemic lockdown that has no medical justification whatsoever or proven basis in scientific fact. The destructive subjugation of martial law is not brutally enforced upon society in order to protect public health, least of all from an invisible enemy not yet proven to exist in its hysterically fear-mongered form. Authentic medical experts not in the constricted employ of Big Pharma, that is, the overwhelming majority of eminently qualified medical professionals strictly censored from mainstream media, emphatically denounced the malicious lockdown as measurably more damaging than any routine flu virus infection could ever be. But damaging and permanently disabling the global population is, of course, the primary purpose of this criminally imposed lockdown as a fundamental tenet of Agenda 2030. Vicious Luciferian oppression is exacerbated by poverty inflicted by lockdown job losses, the willful destruction of small business, and deepening health impairment, all consequences that were pre-calculated and meticulously planned decades in advance. While communities exponentially wake up to the obvious fact that there's nothing whatsoever to fear from the grossly overhyped virus itself, unfortunately, debilitating fear persists when confronting the ongoing consequences of this hateful lockdown. However, it's important to realise that fearful response and disruptive social division is exactly what these criminal manipulators want, because it enables them to totally control erstwhile sensible communities. But it's not only manipulative control they seek, but moreover the vital lowering and suppression of personal vibration, which plays a critical role in the cosmic scheme of unfolding spiritual upliftment, evolution, and ascension. Everything we are part of consists of frequency wherein fear, whether justified or unfounded, imposes the lowest vibratory level, which they desperately seek to maintain via the globalist jackboot stomping on the face of humanity. Accordingly, it's imperative to avoid this perilous trap and create a means of escaping and rising above the satanic fear-based mind spell. There are many noteworthy online resources available to assist accomplishing this essential end, and I recommend finding whichever suits you best, as the importance of breaking free from needless fear cannot be overstated. Most understand that the spiritual and cosmic changes currently underway relate directly to personal vibration that requires elevation to compatible levels that can seamlessly merge with these unseen but rapidly occurring adjustments. I don't possess the necessary language or in-depth metaphysical knowledge to convey this pivotal aspect, but I do fully appreciate its significance and its principal role. Understanding this puts all the chaotic tyranny into perspective, and therefore makes it so much easier to step out of the media-driven panic paradigm and into non-fearful situation acknowledgement. A lot of unspeakably evil stuff is going down, so wherever possible, simply be aware and observe, but not become emotionally entangled. I cannot stress this aspect strongly enough, but objective observation and clear-headed analysis will soon demonstrate the intrinsic value of this message. I hasten to add I'm a long way from where I want to be with this, but forever seek improvement. For example, I find myself readily triggered by willfully ignorant trolls insulting factual presentations and truthful articles. But I consciously retreat from emotional reaction in a measured effort to shift into a non-confrontational response. In other words, it's not so much the situation itself that matters, but moreover, how you choose to respond to it. And we all have the free will of choice in regarding how best any mitigated response is managed. I confess I've yet to perfect this desirable MO, but it's a work in progress which will be mastered eventually. At the time of posting this report, the USA is reeling from the provoked violence pursuant to the reported police murder of George Floyd. As usual, there's much more behind this suspect incident than currently covered, but it's a remarkably convenient smoke and mirrors diversion from the fact that most now apprehend the WHO and the CDC lied to shut down the global economy over a seasonal flu virus with 99.8% survival rate. However, the George Soros style of covertly funded, social engineered chaos exemplifies the globalist divide and rule strategy, as does forcing the pointless wearing of stupid medical face masks that triggers a variety of negative health impacts and cannot protect from viral infection. It's as laughably ridiculous as putting up a picket fence around your property to protect against mosquitoes. Along with the obscene social distancing, this absurdity is sadistically imposed as a satanic humiliation ritual. While the orchestrated criminal insanity of Agenda 2030 insidiously overtakes the world, we need to dissolve fear while setting our universal love-centered emotion and right intention upon manifesting the world we want. How to accomplish this essential outcome comes down to each individual themselves, but understanding its importance is a good place to start. Thank you for watching.